They were passed out at the beginning of the session. And if you have not completed those, please do so. And then we'll also do a participant evaluation, which Ms. Stone will pass out shortly. Our learning objectives are recognize the need to devise a plan to help agencies, state system, and CSBG networks implement ROMA. The 10 questions are an example of a pre and post measure of increased knowledge. And in your participant manual, turn to page 118, and here we have a list, they call it tips, but some things to consider as you move forward to implement ROMA. I'm going to read a few of these. That gain commitment from stakeholders, including the board, executive director, management, and staff for full implementation of ROMA. And you all can see as the years that ROMA has been in place, how long it's actually taking, and even now getting the buy-in from all the different entities to get it implemented correctly. And then recognize that agency strategies, services, and activities must be planned to achieve results which meet identified needs, considering available resources and design to address the agency's mission. We talked about a mission statement. Develop outcomes for specific programs and services using the logic model. Use the logic models to develop a common management and reporting framework. Develop an internal quality system process to support your agency's accountability. Then you got to work toward implementing a common client identifier and common client intake system. And then integrate ROMA concept and language into your agency's planning, evaluation, and reporting processes. Also integrate in human resources and fiscal policies and procedures. Page 119, the next step. CAAs and CSBG eligible entities need to recognize the nature of ROMA process and how it affects all aspects of management of your CAA, future funding, and relationship to funders. Recognize and focus on outcomes and performances in addition to activities or outputs. Identify and collect appropriate and relevant needs assessments and outcome data. Recognize the need to gather and report on different data sets for various funders, and train staff and board in ROMA practices. So these are some things, after we've completed the training, that the next step of items that we would need to do. And then now, page 120, reinventing organizations. This page is from the Reinventing Government by David Osborne and Ted Gabler from 1992. And it is often quoted, and then some of you may recognize some of the quotes. What gets measured gets done. If you don't measure results, you cannot tell success from failure. If you cannot see success, you cannot reward it. If you cannot reward success, you're probably rewarding failure. If you cannot see success, you cannot learn from it. If you cannot recognize failure, you cannot correct it. If you can demonstrate results, you will win public support. Everyone pick up your 10 questions. We're ready. We're going to go over those. Okay, true or false? We're going to start with Ms. White. Would you start with number 1, please?
Number 1, true or false? Community action agency mostly effectively evaluate their results by focus on the activities supported exclusively by the community service block grant.
false. And what this 10 question is gonna do is gauging our knowledge from what we knew when we, that's why we asked you to do it earlier, when we began. So based on what we have shared with you during this process, you should have increased knowledge, on the answer that you did previously. So, you know, there's really no wrong or right answer, it's just gaining increased knowledge. Ms. Valerie, would you do number 2, please?
CSBG funds are dedicated funding stream to support the works of community action. True.
Okay, true. Number 3, Ms. Presley?
True or false? ROMA is the term for the required reporting of data to the state and the federal government. False.
Correct. We're just gonna go around the room, just keep going, Mr. Johnson, till we run out of questions.
CAAs are expected to focus on moving individuals and families to self-sufficiency and on community transformation, in addition to providing services to low-income people. That's true.
Yes.
CAA programs are designed so that clients participating in their services achieve measurable results. So true.
True or false, analyzing of the agency results can be used to identify effectiveness and performance of an agency. I say true.
Correct.
True or false, the use of results instead of services may reduce the agency competitiveness and marketability because of low numbers of results reported. The use of results instead of services may reduce the agency's competitive. That's true.
False.
False?
Keep going, Ms. Stephanie.
Okay. What, that's number 9,
Number
correct?
7.
7?
Number 8.
Number
Number 8.
Okay, yeah, 8, I'm sorry.
Okay, well, let me make sure I had the other answer wrong.
Number 7 was false.
Yeah,
Right.
Number 7 was false.
Oh,
We're on number 8.
Number 8.
Okay. Community Action Agency selects services to offer based on available funding, not necessarily on the identity community need. False.
That's correct.
Okay, 9, results-oriented management and accountability, ROMA, is the CAA term for a range of agency operation and administrative activities in addition to reporting. True. Let me read it again to myself. True.
That's correct. Because if you notice that when we did the one earlier, that was false. Number 3,